welcome back to Let's Play Spider-Man. I'm BurningDogFace. And, last time we stopped in to visit our good friend Otto Octavius and became very concerned with, well, frankly, the part where it seems like the prosthetic is already starting to affect his mind, and the part where it seemed like mental degradation, mental and physical degradation, were a side effect of the new rig he refuses to take off. I was very concerned with that. This time, we're going to be looking at that. The last drone challenge I haven't tried yet. In fact, it's the last of any of Taskmaster's challenges I haven't tried yet. Checked the map to make sure, and I got them all except this one. And that leads me to believe, let me just go ahead and put all of the things back on. That leads me to believe that when I complete this one, or if I complete this one to the score, Taskmaster is going to appear. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure I have the melee damage out of the first aid. I think I will swap out the suit power. I'm trying to remember if he even did that. Using flashbangs. Oh, well. Screw it, I guess I'll just leave that on. I don't think I would want to use the one that slows time after a perfect dodge, because, I've already got the thing that slows down time to give you more time to dodge a fatal attack.
New polls are in. Mayor Osborne's approval ratings have spiked since Martin Lee's arrest. He seems a shoo-in for re-election. I've got one of his supporters on the line. Speak!
Mayor Osborne's got my vote. He got Lee and recovered the WMD. He saved us. And Spider-Man had a lot to do with...
Let me stop you right there, because you're obviously not seeing the big picture. Yes, the threat was averted. But how did things get to that point? Where did this devil's breath come from? Why does Spider-Man always seem to know things before we do? The threat's not really over until we know it won't happen again, and I'm not exactly up to my mustache in confidence. Mark my words, it's no time for New Yorkers to let their guard down.
Oh dear. Shout out to Yornik, who left a comment about something that Peter said about the Kingpin, saying, "Prison Bordeaux? Really? Who do you take him for? Some common raffle? Everybody knows that Zinfandel is the choice of any discriminating prisoner." Why, yes, I am back from my short vacation, so brace yourself for some more dumb shit. For example, wishing JJJ to go to hell is pointless. He's been there more than once. Being a journalist and digging for truth in some of the worst places on the planet is something he's more than familiar with. However, some things still surprise him, like a bunch of homeless folks deciding to help him spy on the unblinking, mindless people who used to be their friends. They know it's dangerous. They know nobody will help them, he writes in his journal, and yet they still go into the dark and cold and unforgiving city. They are the real heroes, unknown, unsung, and easily forgotten. But he will tell the truth, and will see this story to its bitter end. Or die trying, but knowing Triple J, there's no chance of that. Oh dear. Let's see here. Ah, yes, that roof. Nailed the timing on that one. All right, Taskmaster.
There, I see it.
Started out like 35 meters from me. I probably could have tagged it with a, fuck.
Show's
There.
over.
With one of those, fuck. No! Oh god, it's going the other way now.
Got one. Now I can catch the drone. Could have done better.
Achievement unlocked. Challenge finder. Complete every Taskmaster challenge in the city once. Oh boy. Pushing it. Oh, there was a hitch and the audio cut out, and now it's doing it again, but Taskmaster does not seem to be okay. There it was.
If you know my moves, you know I'm gonna wreck you.
Surprise me, if you can.
Oh, I intend to, buddy. For starters, say hello to my spider bros.
Watching you perform my challenges has taught me all your moves.
How about a refresher course?
Off you go, shithead. Where is he? Oh.
You'll notice it again when I kick your face. Is that a photogenic energy sword? Stop trying to kill me so I can geek out.
Catch.
Nope. How the hell did he hit me in the middle of my combo? Oh, fuck me. Laser sword.
You can take this seriously, or you can die. Come on, that's pathetic.
He did the slide under kick from behind move that I have done on occasion.
Keep stealing my moves and I'll sue you for copyright infringement.
Soon only one of us will be using them.
Ooh, that's a pretty good line. Oh, right, I'm still recharging from Spider Bro. I would totally, No, this one. Try dodging that, asshole.
I need to catch him off guard.
Doing a lot better than last time, I'll tell you that.
Smoke bombs. There go my allergies. Didn't see that coming, did you?
Block this!
Hey, web strikes are for Spider-Man only.
Man, nothing even happens when I yank on the cables. No! Straight up just threw a bomb into a bunch of civilians.
Can't block if he's incapacitated.
You mean like this? Oh! He's out cold!
School's out, Taskmaster. Why are you stalking me?
An organization hired me to see if you're worth recruiting.
I'd rather be Jonah Jameson's foot masseur than work for anyone who'd hire you.
Your loss. They pay 6 figures. Guess some people just deserve to be poor.
6 figures? Nah.
Achievement unlocked. Master of Masters. Defeat Taskmaster. Fuck yeah! That did feel good. That felt good because I wasn't stressing myself out the whole damn time. And I get plus 10 health and a skill point. No new suit, though. Alas. Oh, right. I forgot you just buy these. I think the hover thing is kind of silly. Charge a pulse of sonic waves that sends enemies flying could be useful, though. Reminds me of an ability from Infamous. Shout out to Ragnarok 1945, because I'd forgotten that there were even things I could craft. What about upgrades? Oh, but that would use the last 2 challenge tokens I have! No, same problems. God damn it. I'd have to get even better in all the things I've already done. Well, I can do that. Which I haven't even used it yet, just to see what it's like. Right, I did look at that. Oh, there it is. Concussive Blast. Okay, so the Spider Bro wasn't quite as effective as I'd thought it might be. Still kind of silly, but... Hey, I did way better that time! And I didn't stress out or lose my cool or anything.
You know, some days I get this weird urge to write a rock opera.
Oh, there was actually a Spider-Man rock opera. It was called Take Back the Night stage show from like 20 years ago. It's because as popular as Spider-Man is, he was way more popular right after the first Tobey Maguire movie came out. Like, he was everywhere. Aha! Get the spawn view on. I wonder. Characters. Oh, they've added a bunch since the last time we were here. Miles Morales. Have we looked at this one yet? Height 5'8", weight 130 pounds, age 15. Place of birth, Brooklyn, New York. Occupation, student. Aliases, N.A. Yet. It doesn't actually say that, but... Bio. I can't stop replaying the events in my head. If I had just reacted a second earlier, if there was some clue I missed at the construction site. If... Jeff would still be alive, and Miles would still have a father. I owe it to Jeff to find some way to help Miles. I don't know how to do it yet, but I have to honor his father's memory. Powers and abilities, an intuitive grasp of science and technology. Rio Morales. 5'7", 120 pounds, 41, born in New York City. Occupation, teacher, alias is N.A. Rio is so polite to me at the funeral. She's the one hurting, and still she takes the time and tries to make me feel better. She deserves to be angry at me. I should have saved her husband, and I failed. It'd be so much easier if she knew the truth and hated me for it. Powers and abilities, a love of science that she's passed on to her son. Silver Sablinova / Silver Sable. And it's not her real name, it's Silvesia. Not Silver. Silver Sable is her code name. 5'5", 125 pounds, 36. Place of birth, Simcaria. I guess they don't have cities in Simcaria. Occupation, CEO, Sable International, aliases... Well, I mean, Silver Sable, it's right there. It just says N.A., which is silly. Silvesia Sablinova, a.k.a. Silver Sable, is not what pops into your head when you think of a princess. But that's what she is. Her father, Ernst, is king of the Eastern European nation of Simcaria. I didn't know that. They're hardly your typical pampered royal family, though. Silver's grandfather fought the Nazi occupation personally, leading a resistance that was never defeated. After the war, the country's primary resource was trained, hardened soldiers, so he founded Sable International, a paramilitary force available to the highest bidder. Silver's brought them into the 21st century in both tech and tactics. Nowadays, Sable International's agents come from all over the world, but Silver Sable is their unquestioned leader and finest soldier. Trained from early childhood by the greatest warriors in the world, she just might be the best pure fighter I've ever seen. I can understand why Mayor Osborn hired Sable Security to fortify a police department left short-handed by the arrest of all the cops on Wilson Fisk's payroll. But the police are there to protect and serve the public. Sable Security is there to serve Osborn. And from what I've seen of Silvesia, she's not one to exercise restraint. This is Manhattan, not a war zone. I don't think she's a bad person, just hardened by her life and her job. But even though I'm not crazy about her methods, I can't deny she's put her life on the line to take down some really bad guys since she's been here. As long as she's running Sable Security, we should be okay. I hope. Powers and abilities: extraordinary hand-to-hand combatant and martial artist, expert marksman, accomplished gymnast, fluent in multiple languages. Man. Lonnie Lincoln / Tombstone. 6'7", damn. 385 pounds, 39. Place of birth: Harlem. Occupation: free agent. Aliases: the Pale One. I guess that's what they mean. Just nicknames as opposed to code names. Oh man, Tombstone. This guy. This freaking guy. I have fought a lot of guys in my day. Guys with mechanized war rigs. Guys with semi-mystical reality-bending powers. Guys with goofy names and goofier costumes. Lots of crazy guys. I have never fought a guy like Lonnie Lincoln, a.k.a. Tombstone. Most bad guys, you beat them, throw them in the raft, they get pissed. Talk about how they're going to take you down next time. Talk about how they're going to rip you limb from limb. Lonnie? Man, all he does is smile. Every loss is just another great challenge on the horizon, he once told me, right after I handed him over to the police. There's nothing Lonnie loves more than the promise of a great fight. And when the guy doing the fighting is built like a brick house, with impermeable skin and razor-sharp teeth, well, let's just say I wish that he'd discover the joy of painting or something. There's only so many great challenges a spider can take. Powers and abilities: superhuman strength and enhanced durability. His skin is nearly impenetrable. Skilled at hand-to-hand combat and proficient with firearms. Decent cook. This is silly. I did look at the Jefferson Davis one, didn't I? Yeah. Dr. Morgan Michaels, 5'10", 170 pounds, 52. Place of birth: Neola, Iowa. Occupation: GR22, project lead, Oscorp. Aliases: NA. Dr. Morgan Michaels, Ph.D. no less, is Oscorp's top researcher for GR27, their CRISPR-based genome therapy. And I have to say, for a guy heading such an important project, he's kind of a nobody. I mean, I'm a science nerd, and I've never heard of him. And a search of academic databases only turns up a couple minor mentions. I think I saw a reference in one of his emails to him being Greek. Maybe Michaels is an Americanized name, and he's been published as Michaelopoulos or something. Not that it matters. From what I've seen of his work, he's brilliant. Michaels is specialized in hereditary genetic diseases, finding cures for the incurable. I wish I had more confidence that his discoveries would be the gift to society they should be, but Oscorp traditionally focuses on military contracts. They always seem to find a way to turn plowshares into swords. Oh boy. Getting downright biblical there. It's a little weird they're pursuing this line of research at all, but Norman really seems committed to it. So does Michaels, personally invested, even more so than most scientists are with their work. I wonder if it is personal for Michaels. In his photos, he doesn't look well. Thin, pale, dark circles under his eyes. Could he have a genetic condition of his own? Okay, I'm getting overly fanciful here. He probably just never sleeps. I know from experience what that's like. Powers and abilities: gifted biochemist. No one understands Devil's Breath better than him. Mr. Negative. Look at that. He has the same stats as Martin. But for the sake of completion, 5'11", 180 pounds, 40, and place of birth: Dali, China. Occupation: terrorist, aliases: Martin Lee. Martin Lee has an alter ego. Jonah has been calling him Mr. Negative on his show. Jonah always did have an ear for branding. Mr. Negative is like the inverse of Martin Lee, but with some kind of crazy energy powers. I'd love to know how the energy works, but I'm not ready to die to find out. Real question is, what's happening to Martin Lee? Did he plan the whole attack on City Hall? Or is Mr. Negative some kind of weird alternate personality? What's driving his rage? You know, that's kind of the reason I'm convinced that we're not done with him, because we never found out what the fuck his deal is. You know, this is a brand new villain, and we don't know his origin story. We don't know why he hates Osborn so much. We don't even know what his powers are. Oh boy. Powers and abilities: can generate and control a highly destructive negative energy, able to corrupt people, effectively mind-controlling them with just a touch. Increased strength and speed, able to gift small portions of his powers to his followers. Taskmaster. 6'2", 220 pounds, age unknown, place of birth unknown, occupation overzealous spider fan. Aliases that mystery guy. There's mysterious, and then there's mysterious. Taskmaster arrived out of nowhere with only one objective: study me. He's set up challenges for me throughout the city, trying to learn how I operate and replicate my powers. Wish I could just ignore him, but he's placing New Yorkers at risk. Is he angling towards some grander scheme, or is he just amusing himself? Whatever his end goal, I need to keep tabs on this death-masked joker. He's studying me. Two can play that game. Powers and abilities: incredible mnemonic talents, able to mimic the moves and powers of most enemies, seemingly very well funded. Shit, I didn't know we didn't know his name. He did escape, I should mention. He just sort of muscled his way out of the webs I wrapped him in, just ripped his arms free and disappeared. So I would imagine that he's still going to be hanging around if I go and redo, or when I go and redo some of those challenges in order to get more tokens. Dodge that landing. I think if I just sat here all day, that it would cause traffic to build up. What is that flag? I'm not sure.
What kind of inbounds play is that?
It's green and has a white harp on it. I don't know this flag at all. It seems to be attached to an Irish bar, Callahan's Fine Spirits and Beer.
Just look natural. This is a dream come true. You have no idea.
I know for a fact that's not the flag of Ireland, though. There's no orange on it.
Lee's using these guys as sleeper agents.
There is a Sable agent right there, and he's walking away.
He can't hurt me. He protects me. I'll call this guy an ambulance. Hope they can help him.
He faded back to his normal color, at least. Hey, thanks for the save there. Really appreciate it. The Man with the Dark Past. That's a very unsubtle name for a movie. Oh, wait, I can get closer to that, can't I? Oh, I'm too close. Now I didn't realize it was pixels. Butts. Okay. Oh, that's why. There's nothing there. Man. I can't make out the names. It doesn't really matter. Probably just some random names they pulled out of a generator and or in jokes at the office. I'm BurningDogFace, and I will see you on the next episode of Let's Play Spider-Man. It would have been much more dramatic if I had stood up with my face right into the reticle. Till then, have yourselves a great day, Burning Dog fans. Later.